Everyone, Ray the Dashing Womble here. Cool, crikey, that was a bit of a weird squeaky. Anyway, excuse me. Alright, well, it's another late one for me. 1:15 in the morning on a Thursday morning. Hopefully all the dashers did well for the Wednesday, and hopefully you made enough monies to warrant being out and for the time that you spent out there. Me, I didn't get started till late. Nothing unusual there, but sometimes I start late. Most of the times I'll start late, but I didn't realise it was that late when I started. Actually, I took a picture. I always take a picture of the clocks, well, unless I forget, but I've only forgotten that a couple of times. And I didn't take it until about 7:30. I didn't realise it was that late. But anyway, okay, I think that might be a bit wrong there. But anyway, yeah, we went to, where did we go? Went to Gus's famous fried chicken or whatever. More my wife's favourite place. She likes it there. She was wanting to go somewhere to eat, and I said, why don't we go there? I would find something. It doesn't really matter where we go at the moment for me, because, well, my system's still trying to figure out what the hell's happening. But anyway, so we went there. Anyway, after that, got into, I can't even remember what my bloody first order was. It was actually pretty flipping crap, to be fair. The time I got out there, I mean, it was just, the offers that were coming through were complete and utter shite, to be fair. I wasn't wanting to stay too long on it. To be fair, I just wanted to get in a couple of offers or orders, and because it was a live show I wanted to get onto. Dashing Across America, I wanted to be on his live show, which I didn't find out he was going to do one until like earlier on in the afternoon, or later on in the afternoon, excuse me. It's trying to get a bit cooler. Well, it's dripping roasting, but I think it's like 75 degrees, and what I say, it's about 1:15 in the morning. Yikes. Anyway, yeah, so did a couple of offers, did couple of Pizza Huts at some point. Did a Panera Bread, did a Papa John's as well, but that was later on. Really didn't do a whole lot, and the reason was because one was there was just so much utter flipping crap that was coming through. I mean, utter flipping shite. And I'm going to put a couple of them in. And I tried steering away from that. I used to put on a lot more of the absolute ridiculous offers that were coming through. But I steered away from doing it. I just went, no, I don't want to do any more of those. But these ones are extra special. So I'm going to put those on now. And then after that, I'm going to put on all of what I did do. So all you're going to do is just see pictures and me rattling on. Now, I think probably around about 9 o'clock-ish maybe, around about that, ended up stopping and watching, I went and got something to eat, that's right, because I was still hungry. Went over to a Hawaiian Brothers, got one of their small plate things, and went off and ate that. And while I was sat still eating that, I put on YouTube, and Dashing Across America was on. I went, oh, great, brilliant, right, good. And he was chatting for a while, chatting with everybody. I was watching all that. I went in and said hello and everything, and listening to what he was talking about and everyone's questions and such. And if you haven't been to his YouTube channel, go ahead. He's out in Georgia, and he does like the ride along videos. I haven't got around to that stage yet, but maybe that'll be coming. But anyway, he does some fantastic ride-alongs, and I feel that is great, like watching all of these DoorDashers, etc., that are out and about doing. You see what they see. I mean, you get different aspects of the country, different houses, different way you nutcases drive throughout. It's and you get to see different restaurants too. I mean, there's a lot of different restaurants that we all deal with that are not in any other part of the country. We got like the small individual restaurants that they don't have obviously anywhere else, and it's good to hear other Dashers' perspective on what they feel about those restaurants. Do they like going in there to deal with these people? I mean, personally, there's several restaurants that I like to go to. What the heck is that? I don't know. Anyway, the Mint Sushi is a small family-owned restaurant here. I don't like sushi so much. I like my food cooked, but the family is absolutely lovely. All the people that work in there are real nice. It's a small place, like I said, but you go in there to pick up, whether it be for Uber Eats, Grubhub, or DoorDash, and they're right on it. I mean, they know that the driver's there is an extension of their business, and they look after you and get you moving. And but they're really friendly people, really friendly people. And we go in there and eat. We don't eat in there a lot, but I mean, we do eat in there. They do some lovely food. But anyway, hibachi grill. Oh, I do like it. And it's not that expensive either. I mean, considering if you went off and got some fast food or whatever, I mean, for $10, you can go in there and eat, and it's heck of a lot better for you. Heck of a lot. And it's not that much more money. Yeah, I know it's more money, but it's not that much more. And we've all got to eat. I should eat more from home, but anyway. Anyway, so we ended up on Dashing Across America's YouTube channel. And after a little bit, he wanted to do some... he'd figured out, between him and his son, they'd figured out how to actually get people on there, like, get me yapping on there, for example, and alongside of himself, with just us talking with each other. And but unfortunately, he was trying to ask for the emails, and we were putting it in the comment section, and they just wasn't showing up. For me, it was driving me nuts, because I'd like, why the hell is it coming up? I could see it, but it just wasn't coming out at his end. And he was reading my other comments, but he wasn't doing anything for that. And anyway, so eventually got figured out that I guess YouTube blocks emails. So anyway, it all got figured out in the end. He emailed me a link I clicked on that and was on his live show. It was fun. It was fun. Even Mrs. Womble got on there. Not that she wanted to, but she got on there whether she liked it or not. And I did hear about that a bit later. But anyway, it's but it was fun. It was a fun event. It was really nice to be out there. Got some good comments for being on there, and yeah, I liked it. I like watching him and listening to him anyway. And apparently he watches my videos. Apparently I've got a British accent and he seems to like that. But anyway, but yeah, that was good. So it was good that he figured that out and he's able to work that now. And I was his first one on there, myself and Mrs. Womble. And we had a few laughs when we were on there. And you can go back and watch that too, his live show. It's good. It's good fun. Any of them are good fun. Yeah, Dashing Grandpa, he does live shows too on a Thursday evening at 9 p.m. Central Time. And that's really good. I enjoy being on there too. Haven't done the face-to-face thing on that yet, as of yet, but I'm sure one day he'll do that. Personally, I don't know how to work that, but maybe I'll be able to figure it out too at some stage. But yeah, it's I'm hoping we're going to get some better offers come through. We need to, because after I finished with the live stream and such, and he finished up being on there, I decided to go back and do some more DoorDashing. Well, I waited around, I switched it all back on. I'd been kicked off by then, but, which was fine. I wasn't so bothered after seeing what crap was coming through. But no, I went back to it after that, switched it all back on, done a couple of offers, done a pizza up. It was good to actually see that the manager was back there today. Gosh, for that. I was having a horrible thought of that maybe he'd moved on, because he's actually pretty damn good over at that pizza hut in Leeds Summit and Rice Road. Whoever's been looking after the place since he's been gone, personally, I think couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery. But anyway, and that's me being kind. Then some offers came in for what's that place? Wingstop. They weren't that great, and after being there a couple of nights ago, I decided I didn't want to risk waiting around there. I could have done, I suppose, but it was an awful long time there the other night. But then, what else did I do? The Papa John's. I think I've done a couple of Papa John's. And all of which I would have put up here anyway. But no, other than that, nothing really happening in the DoorDash game, I suppose. My wife has informed me that she's going to drag me out to lunch today. We're going Greek. Yeah. So I might get started a bit earlier tomorrow. But I'm having thoughts of doing something that I'm not really sure. I haven't completely flipping decided if I'm going to do this or not. As some of you may already know, I was actually a car salesperson before I got into DoorDashing, and I worked at this dealership. It was a Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep and Ram dealership. Very nice flipping set up real nice and that, nice dealership, well known and that. It had been there for a while, as I understood. Anyway, you know, it was a big shipping, proper looking dealership, isn't it? And when I went in there, my question is, I mean, I've been in the car game since I left school. When I started there as a mechanic at 16, way back in the early 80s, and that was back in London. So I'd done all my apprenticeship and everything, even had my own business after that, doing car mechanics, fixing people's cars. So I know what happens underneath the bonnet. I've bought and sold so many vehicles over the years, so many. And but that's, if you're selling your own vehicle, you know how much money that you've got into it, how much work you put into it to make it roadworthy, road legal, etc. And so you know how much money you've got into it, you know how much money you want to sell it for, and then, you know, there's always someone that wants to bid you on it, so you've got to have a little bit of bidding room on there. So you always know how much your limit is on it. So when I came to the States, I went to do car sales for the first time. I'd never actually done it in England as a specific job. So now I'm thrown into the part that I'm having to rely on the sales manager as regards how much I can sell the vehicle for, how much I can get it down to. Obviously, you want to sell it as much as what's on the screen, but not many people pay what's on the screen. Well, they do now, but anyway. But, or they certainly did over the COVID time. I think car prices are actually starting to go down a little bit now. I have been watching. So getting into that and relying on someone else to figure out what my limitations are on selling a vehicle, it was a little bit harder for me to do that. So I wasn't at that dealership very long, mainly because the sales manager was an absolute prep. But anyway, so I ended up at another dealership where I fitted in a heck of a lot better. I got on very well with the sales manager. He quickly learned that I was my question always is, when I go to a car dealership, and the reason I ask this, I'll tell you why. My question always is are you one of those dealerships that will sell a car to someone, whether that's really what they want or not? You know, you go in there wanting to buy a little Mini and you come out with a bloody great, I don't know, Land Rover. You don't necessarily need that size of vehicle. And you definitely don't need a bloody payment or headache that comes with it. But so that was my question, and that's always my question. And the reason I asked that was because when I came here and we were buying a vehicle for my wife, we looked around. She didn't know what vehicle that she actually wanted. She settled on that she liked the Impala, which was around about 2001 at the time. So we went to this car dealership up north Kansas, up in the northern part of Kansas City, and went in there, looked at the car, had an extremely nice sales lady that helped us. Very, very nice. Not a problem at all with her. Not a problem. But as we all know, when you go to see the car salesperson, once you've dealt with him, then at many dealerships you've got to go see the sales manager. And that's where it went wrong. This sales manager. Now, obviously the sales manager, because I've gone in there, my wife and I have gone in there because, you know, it's a big purchase. We want to see if that's the actual vehicle that we want. And, yeah, I mean, they're not in the business of letting just anyone come in and drive their cars around in circles all day, even if they've been have a joyride. I understand that. But this sales manager, he kept going on. He said, well, what is it that I have to make you to buy the car today? And I went, mate, we're just not ready to buy the car today. I just wanted to look at it to see if that is indeed what she wants. And he kept going on and kept going on. And finally, at the end of it, he realised that I wasn't budging. And he turned around, threw his pen on the table and walked off. Well, to me, you don't do that. I mean, to me, you shouldn't do that if you're in the retail business. Well, at that point, Vipin, I think that was the first time my wife saw how pissed I was. And I wanted to throw the guy through the window. I was not happy. I learned a lot of English language at that time. And so I just don't like it. I don't like the pressure sales. And I don't want to do that to anyone else. I don't ever want to be at a car dealership where they do that. Because at the end of the day, whether you're spending 500 notes or, I don't know, 500 grand, it don't flipping matter to me. Either way, or 50 grand rather, it doesn't matter, because either way you've had to work hard for it. And everyone deserves a flipping lot better treatment than what that bloody idiot gave. So, yeah, I mean, I want to sell a car for sure, but I'm not going to be there to flipping mug you for it. I want you to be satisfied with the vehicle that you buy. I want you to be satisfied with how I've tried to portray the vehicle to you, and is it the one that's right for you? And I just don't see the point in why you to be working at a dealership like that. So that's why I always ask, are you that sort of dealership? And when I went to Baron, which was the Volkswagen dealership, Kenny said to me, nope, we're not that at all. And I fitted straight in with that. And he was true to his word. They were not a dealership like that. And unfortunately, they closed. They got rid of the Volkswagen part and ended up with some crappy BMW dealership instead. And we all parted, but a couple of us still keep in contact. Unfortunately, Kenny passed away a long time ago, but we all kept in contact. And still do. Well, not with Kenny. But anyway, so this last dealership that I went to, I asked that question of the sales manager. Not only of the manager, the bloke that owned the bloody place. He was there every day. And he told me, no, we're not that sort of dealership. Oh, a complete load of bollocks that was. I was not impressed. I stuck it out for a long, long time. I thought it would get better. My wife had started getting some health issues while we were there. And I did too, but either way, I just had enough. I had enough. But recently, I've come to the conclusion that maybe I might want to go back into car sales again, or get back in the car trade. And yesterday, I actually went back to that dealership where I worked, but it's been bought by another company. So the bloke that owned it before has gone and bought another dealership, which I didn't think could go much further downhill, but now he's bought it, probably will. So I may well be going back. I'm not sure. I haven't convinced myself that if I actually want to get back into that madness again. I mean, being a car salesman isn't just being standing outside there. If you're at a new car dealership, it's not just standing out there all day long not knowing what you sell. There's an awful lot into it. You have to learn the product. There's a lot to learn about the product. Lots of hipping online courses, lots of going away courses. You have to learn it. And I did a lot of that with this product, with the Jeep and that. So that's why I'm kind of looking towards get back there. If there was a decent Volkswagen dealer around here, I would go to that, because I absolutely love Volkswagens. Not that I own one, but I do. I absolutely love the Volkswagen range. And but no, the last ones I learned about was the Jeeps, the Chryslers, the Dodge, and the Rams. Although the Ram trucks, half of them I can't get in the bloody things. They're too tall. My little legs flipping have a hard time getting in and out of those bloody things. But anyway, it's but one of the managers stayed behind when they got bought out by this other company, and he knows me. I went in and saw him yesterday, and I said to him, well, you know me. You know me better than anyone in here. You tell me, Vippin, whether you think this place is suited to me. You know what I don't like. You know that, Vippin, one of the reasons I didn't like the previous Vippin owner, dealership, whatever, is because they were happy to rip people off. I know we're here to make money, but we don't have to rip people off and lie to people. And he assured me that it was a lot better of a dealership for sure. He said, so I don't know, because there's a lot more involved in going back to it now. So, but I still do DoorDashing. I mean, the dealership's open until 7 o'clock at night. You'll get a day off during the week, and you'll also get one day. You get a day off during the week. They're closed on a Sunday, so you know there's a couple of days that can go out DoorDashing or DoorDash in the evening. It don't matter. Either way, I'll still flipping keep my hand in it, DoorDashing, etc. I mean, I've always done different things, got into different things, and crikey, I've always done something else. Always. But anyway, so that's where I'm thinking at the minute. Will I do it? I don't know. I really don't know. But I want to try and get some guaranteed monies coming in, and with DoorDash at the moment, it's not happening. It's not happening at all. When I started a couple of years ago, you were able to earn if you've been a couple hundred notes a day or more. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard. And bearing in mind, I started after the COVID Vipping madness, not long after it. I mean, there was restrictions still, but it was it's something that I just need to consider. Or maybe I'll do something else in the car game, but it's just, you just can't rely on getting a whole lot through DoorDash, through whoever. And whichever company that I look at, and I mean, I know that, you know, you got to look beyond and keep looking beyond DoorDash. I mean, there's a lot more beyond DoorDash for sure. There's a lot more stuff that you can do. There's ideas that I've got in my head that I could have been try to put into operation, but you know, I need not so much motivation. And I don't need flipping more gumption. I know I can flipping put it out there. It's just putting more time to it. And with so much flipping itness at the same time, kind of puts you down a little bit, and you've got to try to be a bit more upbeat to look towards doing new things. So, but going off and doing maybe another job, doing a W2 or whatever you want to call it for a little while at least, and getting a bit of monies behind me, still doing DoorDash, etc., as well as all the other ones, proxy picks and whatever bloody else there is, and move on. But, you know, start something different, and add to the resume, I suppose. But I do love flipping seeing everyone else's perspective on what goes on with the DoorDash and Uber Eats, whichever. I do love to see where people are doing you know, where they're delivering at, what experiences they have during the day, all the shared experiences that we all have, dealing with all the crazy drivers that are on the road. Anyway, that's enough for me, I think. So thanks for watching, and you know, if you're out and about in the Lee Summit area, Blue Springs, wherever, and you see me, you know, say hello. I don't bite, not that hard anyway. And yeah, it's always good to meet new people. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great Thursday, and hope everyone makes lots of money, or at least enough to warrant being out. Hey, thanks again. Cheers. Ta-da.